Leisure Time College Game Day, America's premier portrait mode college football pregame show.
Week 5. With your hosts, Matt, Mr. SeaWorld Live, and Professor Leisure.
Even though I hate the Gators.
You're the only fan I see.
Live from Gaylord Palms in Orlando, Florida.
Wow, week 5 of college game day leisure time. The number 1 portrait mode college football pregame show. Now I heard that another pregame show was coming into Orlando for the big UCF versus Colorado game.
Theirs is not portrait, so not good.
No, but we are the bigger leisure time pick. Game
We
day.
are the
I don't know.
premiere, the nation's premiere.
So let's start there. We are here in the Castillo section of the Gaylord Palms. And you know who else has a Castillo to defend? UCF. UCF hosting Colorado and Coach Prime. Now I know who I'm going to pick, but who are you going to pick?
Last week, Shador Sanders, Hail Mary against his body versus Baylor. You know, Coach Prime has a saying.
What's his saying?
His saying is, we coming. And I think he's coming this week.
No!
To the bounce house.
No!
Colorado's
Not the
Twitter-
Castillo!
Colorado's Twitter has been silent all week because they know that we will beat you on the field, not online. UCF, they only have wins online. I am picking the Buffs. Let's go, Colorado. Coach Prime, let's go.
We are defending the Castillo against the Buffaloes. UCF wins big on Saturday in the bounce house. Viva Castillo! All right, is this our first American Athletic Conference game of the year?
I think so. Finally picking an American conference or a conference in college football.
It's a big one. It's a big one, though. For them, it's USF, America's least favorite college football team, and Tulane.
Tulane is going to stay in their lane. Mike Norvell barely got out in time, wanted to fly out tomorrow after the hurricane. He's crazy, but he finally made it. Tulane, come on. They're going to win.
You think Tulane's got it? Well, I agree. Tulane beats USF. USF horns down, always in the down direction. Whoa, we've made it to Gators Springs. Now, is there a game at the Gators this week?
No, we have a bye week, which they'll probably win, but
Wait, you think they're going to beat bye?
I think we're going to beat the bye week. I think so. I think we have a good chance.
It's going to be a tough game.
Tough game. Billy's coaching for his job. He's got to beat the bye week.
Well,
Gotta.
all right, but speaking of bye weeks, and speaking of tough games, Virginia Tech and Miami, both are pretty off to a good start. Miami is off to a great start. But can they keep it going against the Hokies?
You know, Virginia Technical College, I think they can beat them. They're playing, I think it's in Miami. Either way, it doesn't matter. Cam Ward, he's for real, I'll admit it. Heisman candidate, I think he beats them easy. Let's go.
I agree. Even though Miami just took it out on low South Florida last week, Miami's going to keep it rolling against Virginia Tech. Sorry, Hokies. Enter Sandman, enter the loss column. Man, we've now made our way into the Everglades here at Gaylord Palms. And you know what's completely unrelated to that? The Irish and Louisville. So these guys, who's having a better year? The Irish or Louisville?
You can't have a good year if you're getting beat by Northern Illinois.
That's a good point. That's a strong point.
But Louisville, on the rise. ACC, baby.
They just smoked. I was so wrong. They smoked Georgia Tech.
Smoked them. Georgia Tech, I thought was for real, but we just found out that FSU's not for real. So I think I got to go with Louisville.
This is absolutely killing me because I think we all know I hate Louisville.
More than USF?
Oof. God, if they ever play, I don't know what I would do. But you know what? I'm not doing it. Go Irish. Go Irish. Louisville goes down. Next up is a traditional Big Ten rivalry. You know, Wisconsin and USC.
USC almost had it. They almost had it versus
So
Michigan.
close.
But Wisconsin, the Badgers, I don't know. I think USC bounces back. I think they beat the Badgers.
I mean, the Badgers are still licking the wounds from being absolutely manhandled at home by the non-Saban Crimson Tide. So I agree. I think USC, just too much to handle. USC wins. Sorry, Wisconsin.
Go Trojans.
On Trojans. What? Mike, hold on to your hat,
We
man.
are live in Hurricane Helene, tropical storm.
Are we
Force
in
winds.
Hurricane Helene or are we in Tornado Alley?
I don't know. It's hard to tell.
When you've got Kansas and TCU, you don't know if it's a hurricane, a typhoon, or a tornado. But hold on to your hats, because it's Big 12 football, baby.
Big 12, baby. TCU. I know they're just still heartbroken from that loss versus UCF. And Kansas, come on now. Kansas isn't a football school. Kansas is a basketball school. Texas, football state, even though not better than Florida as a football state because they lost to UCF, I'm picking TCU, the Corn Frogs. Let's go.
Not so fast, my friend. Kansas is ready to prove that they're not just a football or a basketball school. They are a monster powerhouse, blue chip program. Kansas is going to win, baby. TCU loses again. Sorry, Horned Frogs.
We'll see.
Hold on to those hats and glasses, because this here's the wildest ride in the wilderness. Wow, we're here in the Hotel Arcade playing some games.
Every parent's worst nightmare.
Oh,
The
yeah.
arcade.
You'll drop more money in the arcade than on your room.
You know who else is a nightmare?
Who else is a nightmare?
Michigan is. Who are they playing?
Minnesota.
Minnesota's nightmare. I'm picking Michigan for the win after the last week dramatic win. I'm picking them to win again.
So I just watched that whole Connor Scallions. They were always playing games. We're playing games here. Well, I think Minnesota's done playing games. There's no more games to be played for Minnesota, and we're going to beat the Michigan Wolverines. Minnesota for the win. Big game of the week, massive SEC showdown. Can you believe how early this is in the season?
Welcome to real football, ladies and gentlemen. Alabama, Crimson Tide versus the Georgia Bulldogs. SEC showdown. Whoever wins this, the favorite for the national championship, I think.
I mean, I suppose. But, like, is either of these teams any good?
Well, you tell me. College Game Day is going there. Prime time, under the lights, 7:30 kickoff. I think so. But what I will say is Alabama for real? Is Kellen DeBoer for real? I don't think so. I think Kirby Smart is the next protege of the college football coaching legends. I'm picking Kirby Smart. As much as it pays me as a Gator, Kirby Smart, he's going to get it done.
Week 1, we had Orlando Dave. Dave from Orlando as a celebrity guest picker, and he's all about the dogs.
Yeah.
And it also pains me to say that I think the dogs are just a class above, finally, for like way above the Crimson Tide. No chance. I give no chance to the Crimson Tide. The dogs are going to win handily against the Crimson Tide. So Georgia wins.
It hates me to pick the Bulldogs as much as it hates Dave to see a long wait at the Orlando airport for TSA pre-check.
TSA plus clear. Plus clear.
Plus clear. It pays me, but I got to go with the dogs.
See you next week, gang.